Thank you so much.
Ooh, that's a lot of
For my friend.
Yeah, if you can take care of all the fire stuff.
All right, so you're live streaming now?
Yes.
Why don't you get the video thing on?
Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing over here? We're here, and as you can tell, there are tons of people here at the Candlelight Vigil. All these fine folks everywhere. What's going on, folks? We are live streaming on Facebook, also YouTube, everything else. How's everybody doing out there? Yeah. Tons of folks here. Wish you guys were here. It's going to be awesome. We are still handing out candles and whatnot, so we'll be, I know there's a little bit of lighting issues and whatnot because it's candlelight, so you're going to have that. But we'll be starting in about 10 minutes or so, maybe about 15 minutes. Once everybody gets here, once everybody gets their candles, we will actually be doing speaking a little bit. So I hope you guys will stay put. We're going to have a good time. We're just continuing to hand out candles here and saying hello to folks, and just check it out. It's pretty awesome. Everybody remember, if you download the Funked Up app, everybody can be listening to the same music. We curated a playlist just for tonight. We got all kinds of special songs. It's going to be an unbelievable experience. So everybody, please make sure you download the Funked Up app and start it up, and then everybody will be listening to the same music. It's going to be fantastic. It's called Funked Up, or you can go and you can also search for Funkatopia, Funkatopia station. And it's going to be playing Prince for the next 3 days, 24 hours, and all kinds of cuts and hits. So we've curated a playlist for you, so please make sure that you start it up. Absolutely. Everybody in Funkatopia land, look at this unbelievable turnout. Unreal. Unreal. Look at all these fine folks. As far as you can see, look at all these purple fam. If you don't have any candles, you get candles over here. They're 3-hour candles, but if for some reason it's false marketing, we have more candles. Look at all these people. Oh my goodness.
Oh, here's Roger. Is Amber with him? I love you. Happy anniversary.
Thank you so much for the light. It'd be good if you could actually be able to film me as well. Yeah, I'm getting like, oh my gosh, look at how many people are just on here. It's already 160 something already.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. So what's the app?
It's called Funked Up.
How do you spell that?
Funked-UP. There it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Man, amazing. Hope everybody's doing good. Thank you guys all for coming. I wish I could read all the comments right now. Obviously, you can tell there's tons of people here. So we want to, we got to obviously pay attention to this, but amazing, amazing, amazing turnout. It's been incredible. And we haven't even started yet. We actually will not even going to be starting talking for like another 15 minutes. So we'll be or at least about another 10 minutes, and we're going to start talking. So it's going to be amazing. I hope that you guys stay tuned. I'll be saying a little word, and then Prince's cousin Chaz is going to come, and he's going to talk. And then we also got a couple of special guests as well. The mayor is here. We got to want to come over and say hello to the mayor. So we got all this. The man, the myth, the legend in the house.
Hey, Chris.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Howdy to all your fans here at all around the world, probably, that are watching this Funkatopia. I've got my funked up music playing here in the background.
It's a good one.
Yeah, Chris, this is really wonderful that you're doing this for Charles and Victoria. I know how pleased that they are. And what we have, it looks like we probably got close to maybe 100 people here or more.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah, at least.
Candles, and we're just taking a few moments, going to remember the life, the legacy, the genius, the artistry of Prince. And we're here right near his studio, Paisley Park.
Yep.
Anyway, Chris, nice to have you here. Good to have you back here in Minnesota.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity. This is unbelievable. This is such a beautiful turnout. I can't thank you enough for coming out.
Yeah, it's just this is the right place to be. As I say, this Chanhassen is the most beautiful city in the world tonight.
Yes, it's gorgeous. There are so many people here. It's unreal.
Yeah. And by the way, we launched some balloons earlier today, and a couple of the balloons shaped like doves decided they didn't want to leave this area, so they're up in the trees there.
Yes.
Those are.
We'll have to show you that tomorrow when it's a little bit lighter outside.
Yeah, when it's light out, exactly. All right, thanks, Chris. Good to see you.
You're welcome. Good to see you too. Got so many fine folks. Oh my gosh, the turnout is incredible.
Who was looking for Alfonso? Right over here.
Alfonso Starr's in the house. Alfonso.
His ears were ringing because he said we butchered that song.
Yeah.
So your ears must have been.
Alfonso's in the house. What's going on, brother?
Man,
It's amazing turnout, man. I mean,
it's an awesome turnout. Cold as heck out here in Chanhassen, Minnesota, but that's to be expected.
it's not cool.
So glad to see the unity out here, the love out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amidst the tension the last couple of days. So glad that things worked out the way that it did, because there's peace out here, everyone. There's absolute peace, and we are honoring our man Prince.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic.
It's awesome, man. So thank you for doing this, man. And look at this. I mean, the purple community is here from all over the place.
Yeah,
We are here.
it's pretty crazy. It is pretty crazy. And look at all those fine folks. Yeah, there's a lot of fine folks. We're going to be talking here in just a little bit. Purple Rain will be coming on the experience here in a second. And as soon as Purple Rain is over, we're going to start talking. And it's going to be myself. And of course, Prince's cousin Chaz is going to be talking. And we got some people from the University of Minnesota. The mayor may say an actual word. So everybody stay put. And just it's going to be great. Here we are.
Hey, man, how you doing?
See you.
Nice to see you as well.
Hey, hello.
Thank you, man, for coming out.
We think, brother.
Oh,
There he is. It's Chaz in the house. Oops. There we go. Chaz is in the house. We're going to do a little bit of we're going to be talking quite a bit. As soon as Purple Rain is over playing, then we're going to talk a little bit. I'm going to say a word, and then Chaz's going to say a word. We got a couple special guests following him. So it's going to be great. It's going to be great. You ready?
absolutely, bro.
You like this turnout? This turnout's
Oh, I
beautiful.
love this, man. This is beautiful.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Only for the Prince and King right here, baby. That's all I got to
Are
say.
you live?
Yes, we're actually live. This is kind of getting crazy here.
Only
but,
fitting for a Prince. I love this, man. This is dope.
I know.
Pretty amazing. All right.
Man.
Got to get back over to this table. Make sure if everybody has a candle, make sure you have a candle. We'll be talking in just a little bit. So stay put.
Come on now.
Have you seen Tom?
I don't know. Beautiful. Beautiful out here. I got your way. Hello. And so many people. Unreal. But you can figure out a way to turn this camera around so it can be focused on you guys.
One. Ready? 1, 2. You might want the mouse. Here we go. 1, 2. Let's out. We get there.
Hey, how are you?
I'm glad you got in. How you
Yes,
doing?
we're doing good, doing good. How are you?
Awesome. Very good. Thank you. Beautiful.
Beautiful
Thank
turnout,
you for
yes.
doing this. Thank
Beautiful turnout. Oh my gosh.
you. Chris. You, Sandra. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I made it.
You made it, yeah.
Yeah.
This is unreal turnout. This is unreal.
Love Chris.
Of course.
I'm gonna light. You're gonna light my fire. Thank you.
Where did Rob go?
Beautiful.
Where's Rob at? We got to find Rob because this is Purple Rain, so we'll be speaking right after this. Where'd Rob go?
Sitting back at the.
Got to lean in because we're going to talk, right?
Maybe the doves did don't.
I got you. I'm not seeing the whole country was celebrating them all.
I need you to kind of focus on me or something.
Yes, sir.
Actually, if you could.
I know you need a lot of attention.
Where's Rob?
He's right here.
Hello.
Hey, Rob.
So,
Hey, Victoria.
Charles.
Hey, Rob. Hey, Charles. What's up?
so we will do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to figure out. Definitely figure out a way to get to my notes and whatnot, and make sure that I can still stay on. If somebody could go to Facebook and make sure that I'm still. Make sure that I'm still through.
What's that?
Making sure. Hey, people that are in the feed right now, can you? When I just switched over the app, did it actually freeze the video or did it stay in place? You guys could tell me if it actually froze the video because I gotta start talking here for a second, but I gotta be able to. Let me know if it froze the video. And if you actually.
What platform? I think we're on YouTube, right? And Facebook.
Yes, we're on YouTube and Facebook. Yep. Yeah. Oh, it said everybody says it froze. Okay, so we're gonna need to try to figure out an alternate way to for me to be able to get these notes.
No.
Which is gonna suck. So what you may have to do is you may have to join this. You may have to join the StreamYard, and I need to drop out because I need to read the notes here.
Okay. Just so you know,
Yeah, it won't cause any audio things. I'm going to drop out of it.
well, it won't cause an audio thing, but the way the gimbal works better with the app.
Okay.
I figured it out. It's fine. Gimbal, whatever.
So you got. I sent you the StreamYard link. Sorry, we're kind of talking through some technical issues. Yes. Same was before. And hopefully it won't do a bunch of audio thing right now. Let me know if it does. Because I will make you solo. Yes, it's fine now because I'm not reading notes. It's unbelievable. Look at all these people. Unreal.
California in the house.
All right. Okay, that's fine. I will make you huge, and then I will drop out.
Hey, that came in right at the guitar. Nice. Yeah, but I got no light. Yeah, I got no light, man. Let's see if we can get somebody to light you. Hey, Sandra. Good to meet you. Yeah. StreamYard is still going, but I have no light. Yeah. Yes.
He's actually gonna come.
Oh, okay. If he likes you, then we're perfect.
Videographer, come over.
Yeah, I don't know about standing up there, man. I tried that. I started slipping and sliding. You know that scene in Under the Cherry Moon at the very end where Prince gets shot? Yeah, that's what happened to me. I was like, look. He like turns it into a dance. Okay, you need a candle? Oh, you got it. All right. Yeah. Just put that. Just pick the end of. Yeah. Yeah, you do it that way. You can do it the other way. Any way you want to do it. Yeah, I do it back end first, but you know, I'm weird. Actually, you gotta have a bunch of matter before you can hear one. If you can't get a light here, then I bet somebody will be out there to give you a light. You're welcome. Fire, fire. Absolutely. Chris stands there looking scary, actually, with that light right under him. He's like he's about to tell a ghost story. What? Are you still trying to get the videographer over here?
Yes, I think that's he's one of the videographers. You can have, if you could give some light, that'd be fantastic. Okay. Hello, everyone. How are you? Woo! I hope you guys, thank you so much for coming out. What I'd like to do before we start here, I'm going to say a few words, but go ahead, if you have the Funkup app started, go ahead and turn it down a little bit, because what I want to do is I want to have at least 20 to 30 seconds of a moment of silence for this moment. And I'm going to say a few words, and then Prince's cousin Chaz is going to come up. We also have a couple special guests that are going to be saying something. Yes, I know, it's awesome, right? So we are going to be, and then of course the way we're going to finish off is that we are actually going to go through the tunnel and just kind of spend time remembering him and memorializing the moment. So for right now, we could have about 20 to 30 seconds of silence. Just Take it in, please. Thank you guys so much. Let's give a warm round of applause to the one, the only, the legendary Prince. Welcome to Funkatopia's Candlelight Vigil. We are honoring the 5-year anniversary of the passing of Prince Rogers Nelson. I hope that everybody here has downloaded the Funked Up app, because we have curated a special playlist for this moment that will go, well, will actually go for a few days. But while you're here for at least another hour or two, we've curated some amazing music, the songs that you would expect to hear, like Nothing Compares to You and Revelation, and digging deep into his catalog. For those not familiar with Funked Up, we play a lot of Prince. Anybody, any Funked Up fans in the house? We play a lot of Prince, 14 hours of Prince every single day. And it's a free app, so download it. Again, we created a very special playlist tonight, so I wanted everybody to be able to experience it. This is not a plug for Funked Up. It's a free app. It's just, we wanted you guys to experience it, okay? I'm going to speak for a moment and then have a guest come up to speak, maybe 2, maybe 3, but we will keep it short. I asked my guests that come up also to keep it relatively short as well, because I want this moment to be about thoughts, memories, and reflections. And this is about remembering Prince and honoring his legacy here tonight. When we're done, I want everyone to start the Funked Up app again. And again, we're going to experiencing this all together. And we're just going to walk and read all the messages through the tunnels and look at all the memorabilia and memories that are on these fences here, and just kind of think about the amazing times that Prince gave us through his music and through his life. And obviously, as evidenced through all of you here, this is why we're here, because he was such an amazing individual in our lives. They say that God created everyone equal, but we obviously know that's not true, if not only for the fact when God created the man who seemed to have it all, Prince Rogers Nelson. The looks, the musicianship, the voice, the drive, the passion, the music, the ladies. In 1978, he came on most people's radar with his debut album, For You. I was 10. Some of you were younger than that. Some of you were older. But for almost 40 years after that, he would release 4 dozen albums and an untold hundreds of songs buried away in the vault right across the street from here. Well, Iron Mountain in California, but you get the idea. So much music that they could release an album every year, and you wouldn't reach the end until your great-great-grandchildren reached adulthood. Even if somehow you were given full-blown access to the vault to be able to listen to everything that's in there, you would be dead before you probably got through it all. And even when you did, they'd probably be whispering in your ear, oh yeah, there's a bunch of rehearsals and sound sessions that we didn't even show you. So it's so much great music, so many great albums. Dirty Mind, any fans? 1999, Purple Rain, Around the World in a Day, Sign of the Times, Rainbow Children, Diamonds and Pearls, 3121, Raven to the Joy Fantastic. You guys weren't too excited by that one. So, Artificial Age, Plectrum Electrum. All right. Controversy, Parade, I'm not going to read all those albums. You're fine. You're like, you didn't read mine yet. It's all right. It's okay. It's a never-ending flood of music that came to an abrupt and sudden stop as he stepped off this mortal coil 5 years ago on this day. Whatever the case, everyone here can remember exactly where they were when they made the announcement that Prince was no longer with us. I was at work at my desk in Atlanta when I saw the news that there was a hearse outside of Paisley Park, and I just was filled with terror, as most of you were. And then it's just devastating when they made that announcement. But his memory will never, ever, 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 ever be forgotten, and that's why we're here. And you knew where you were too. Everybody here has their own memories about where they were. Just like you knew where you were on 9/11, a tragic moment. Just like you'll remember where you were when they read the verdicts of guilty yesterday. A monumental moment. The day Prince died will forever be seared in your memory. It's a devastating moment. For most of us, time stood still. And it is still heart-wrenching to this very day. And it's beautiful to see all of you out here. But it's important to remember the great moments also. That's why we're here, not to be swallowed up by the sadness, but to celebrate it. And he asked us to do that. In the interview that he did in Paisley Park with Mel B, he asked us to celebrate the day that he passed on and moved on to the next level. He found the ladder. Or maybe it's a digital garden. Or maybe he is in an underground paradise with a microchip in his neck. Some of you are not going to get that if you're not at work. But again, remember the great moments. I know where I was the first time Prince posted about Funkatopia and that he was a fan. I had a heart attack. I stopped breathing in that moment. And then he would continue to post and tweet about Funkatopia many more times after that. And I was amazed every time that I was even on this man's radar. I remember the first time I met him. I got to sing for him. I stood right next to him while he played keyboards and I sang, and I killed it. He threw his head back and laughed, slapped me 5, put his hand on my shoulder, and then walked to the front of the stage, and I couldn't tell you anything else that happened that night. It was, you could have tied a string to my ankle and carried me out like a balloon. It was just an amazing moment. I'm sure everyone here has their own set of memories about Prince. I know all of you do. We also realize that as Prince fans, we're in a bubble. Outside of your friends, how many people do you meet on a regular basis that are as Prince fans that are as active and as avid as you are? They're pretty hard to come by. I mean, fans that would get on a plane and travel to a bridge across right, to celebrate this moment. That's right. That's what we do. That's right. And just as an FYI, most people you know, including people in your family, think you are nuts. Just so we know that. We're okay with that. Just as long as every single time that you see something that's Prince related, you think of me. I don't care. It's fine. That's what you know. I'm easy to buy gifts for at that point. No one has released and recorded more music than he has. No one. End of story. And there's some great ones to do it. But just none that did it better. You can name anyone you want. Think of the greatest and biggest names out here. He's better. I'll give you the Beatles. But when you look at the volume of work, it's once again no contest. By one man, exactly. He touched so many people, brought them through tough times in their lives,
everyone here, everyone watching, if he didn't touch your life in some way, you wouldn't be here and you wouldn't be watching. And after he was gone, there was a huge hole that couldn't be filled. How could this happen? Or even more important, what happened? Any amens on this one? 5 years ago, I'll just say it. It was the most suspicious thing. Something just wasn't right. It's not going to replace him. It would still be good to know. No matter what the answer is. It is what it is. He's gone and that won't change. But we have the memories and we will always cherish them. And the answers are still out there. And no one is fighting the fight harder than Prince's cousin and my friend, Charles Chaz Smith. On this momentous occasion of the 5-year anniversary of his death, Chaz has joined us this evening to help us celebrate Prince's legacy. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Chaz. There he is.
I appreciate you. I don't know how I'm gonna follow that, but I mean, you can do it. I will try.
I got faith in you.
Woo! Look at all this life, man. Yo, I had promised myself 5 years ago that I would never celebrate any anniversaries of Prince's death. And at the time, I didn't know and didn't realize that I would be called on. I'm not a religious man, but I'm a spiritual one. Something called on me. No, I did not run with Prince with his successful years of playing and touring and all that stuff. But I was his cousin and I loved him regardless of that. Kept and paid attention. People thought I was crazy. You talk about somebody thinking, I didn't have to be there. I was already there with him in essence. So as saying that, when I got called to do something about it, because I didn't think that the way the Prince left here was proper. Did you? Okay, come on now. So I figured, why me? You know, I'm gonna get all kinds of crazy stuff said to me, and that's what ended up happening. And I said, well, hey man, I'm supposed to be doing this. My cousin would want me to get justice for him. We need justice for all the other souls that have been lost to suspect opioids or whatever. You feel me? We need to change this whole thing. And this is where we start right now. I'm celebrating the man's life. I do every day, and I know you guys too. I appreciate all the fans, all the people. Some of the things that you guys have written, my wife and I, have blown me completely away and have also kept me going. Some days, some nights, I'm going to tell you, it gets tough. I know you guys know what I'm saying. Some people think that us Prince people are nuts. Well, I'm a family member, and I'm nuts about him. I'm his older cousin, and I'm nuts about this man's genius and everything else. So that's what I'm here to do today, is celebrate that and lift that. But then at the same time, when we leave here, my wife and I are going to get back on the trail, and we're going to keep on pushing this until we find out exactly. I know some stuff. Come on. So I can guarantee you guys, with the support that you've given my wife and I, you can count on me. I will never quit. I will never stop. I will never be detoured. There will never, ever be another one like him. Ever. Okay, y'all, so let's lift that. And let's, my man with the funk going on about the Prince thing, man, let's just keep that going. And yes, and I appreciate I appreciate all you guys coming on and just taking the time to even listen to me. I mean, thanks for putting me on here, man, because I've been wanting to say this for 5 years, man, because it's been a crazy journey. And I like to let you guys know when I finish, everybody's going to know. We're all going to know what happened to my cousin, okay, y'all? I promise you that. Let's take it to Baltimore and bring it back to Minneapolis, y'all. Come on. All the way around the world, let's go, because that's how Prince would do it. I thank you guys for listening to me in peace. Oh, where is it? Arun? Oh, I'd like to ask an incredibly intelligent man who's been in love with Prince's music since day one. He's Arun, a professor. Come on, professor. Do your thing, man. Arun, come on.
Okay, let's. In case everybody does not know this man, he organized the Prince from Minneapolis Symposium at the University of Minnesota.
So he brought academics to the Prince thing, which I had no idea that was going to happen. And I spoke on his panel. This dude just laid it out, man. You guys got to really appreciate what this man's saying. So, thanks for honored.
I never speak in front of audiences like this, so forgive me if I'm going to sound a bit nerdy. I'm going to put this. And I thought it would be like maybe 15 people. So I'm not going to talk for a long time, but I'm half Belgian, half Indian, and I grew up in the Netherlands. And I remember becoming a Prince fan at age 9. It was 1984, and I wanted to play back Purple Rain, so I got a single. I was going to do it for school, and then quickly I realized that my English was okay, but I was not going to be able to sing that track or even play back it. So, so I started at the U in 2004, and from day one, you could say that I'd been thinking about a symposium. So started working on it in 2013, and got some money together. It started in earnest in 2015, and then when I got the biggest pot of money, $100,000, just a week later he died unexpectedly. So that was my tragic Prince story, but I doubled down on getting this event done because there was very little academic attention to Prince. Like, there's tons of books and tons of articles on Bob Dylan. There's a lot on the Beatles. There's people who've written on, even bands like Run DMC or quite a lot of hip hop. But Prince was just, there's silence about him, and I thought that was incredibly unjust and also stupid. Like, academics can be stupid too. So that was so there was a personal odyssey, and there was an academic reason to do this 3 years ago now. And I guess I wanted to connect to what happened yesterday as well. Prince's heart went out to poor people, to oppressed people. He felt consciously like a spokesperson for all human beings, and especially those who are struggling. When you look at the video clip, Money Don't Matter Tonight, or of course, Baltimore was his testament to interest in Black Lives Matter. And he would have been shocked and disturbed with what happened to George Floyd. And he would have been very happy with the verdict yesterday. So, as someone who works on race, I have to connect these two people together. Both are in Minneapolis. One other angle I just want to present to you is that Minnesotans don't know how Prince is, divine in Europe. So today, my parents in Belgium told me that there's 2 full pages in the newspaper that they get on Prince because he died 5 years ago. The Eiffel Tower, all of you will know, went purple, on this day 5 years ago. He's very big in Japan. He's very big in South Africa. He's enormous in Australia and New Zealand. He went there specifically on the piano and microphone tour because he knew that his fans were so dedicated over there. So I think this is really important, and there's a reason why Minnesotans don't know this or don't want to think about this fandom across the world. And the complaints I will have, and a number of collaborators have said the same thing, is that if Bob Dylan would have stayed here, if Bob Dylan would have adored Minnesota the way Prince did, there would have been so much more recognition. There would maybe be like a kind of a sculpture for him, there would be sort of some commemoration, but there was nothing during Prince's life. Not a single purple light, not a single sort of commemoration, like some kind of square dedicated to him. And I think that has to do with race, and I think it's a shame. So it's just very sad that he had to die for everyone to realize, A, that he was so enormous in the rest of the world, like bigger than he is here. You said just now, like, Prince fans are hard to come by. Go to France, go to the UK, go into a pub in rural Scotland. There will be half of the people who would say that they're Prince fans. So, maybe they're lying, but it's a thing to say. So it's important to recognize that. My own students don't know him, even though they're from Minnesota. It's always heart-wrenching. Once I got this exercise in a class on urban geography, I asked them, what are your favorite Prince songs? Out of 45 people, there were 2 or 3 who said that they didn't know one Prince song. That's Minnesotans. These are the most intelligent kids supposed to be. So that hurts. And I think that, probably we won't be able to get people over to the right side of, history. But on the other side, the love that we have for Prince is I think real, and the community we have is really good. So, keep it up.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen. That's it for the speeches. Mayor, I think the mayor's here, isn't he? Denny, where you at, brother? Come on, brother. I know you want to say just a couple words, and then we can. There he is.
Sorry, I'm sorry you didn't bring your beautiful children with you tonight. Hello to all of them, China especially, who I think she is a sweetie. Thank you very much. It's hard to say words at a moment like this when we have every reason to be sorrowful and solemn about the unfortunate and untimely loss that occurred 5 years ago today. I tell you, in answer to your question, Chris, I was driving to St. Paul when the city manager called me on my car phone and said, "Denny, your neighbor passed away." And I thought to myself, I know all the people that live by me. Nobody was sick. What are you talking about? And he said, he referenced a meeting that we'd had the night before. And we were talking about the things that make Chanhassen so unique. And somebody shared, Prince is our neighbor. So City Manager Todd Gerhardt was reminding me that our neighbor, Prince Rogers Nelson, was dead. Now, like many of you, you experienced incredible, profound grief and mourning and loss. Well, I had my mayor hat on after about 30 seconds, and I immediately thought of, okay, what's going to happen to Chanhassen in the next day? In the next hour, day, week, months. And we mobilized, the city mobilized people. We were ready to receive thousands and thousands of you over the following week and months and even 5 years later. And we did our job just like Prince welcomed everybody from every walk of life, regardless of stature, regardless of work, regardless of color, regardless of talent or no talent. He welcomed everybody and he said, let's love one another. Though Prince's death closed a door for so many people, let me tell you personally, it opened an incredible door for me. Standing in this audience today are probably 80 or 100 people that I know now that I did not know 5 years and 1 day ago. And Cassandra Bradley. So we got George. Do we get any California here? Oh, I mean New York, Georgia, Florida. So Charles, you have an army behind you. And what I have is a heart that is just filled with the love that you have for Prince. And it just overflowed right on top of me and my wife. And I will tell you, all of those of you that are watching, I know who you are, because to me. And if it wasn't for these masks, I would know exactly who all of you are right now. But there's a few of you, and you know who you are. I'm not going to mention names, but there are a few of you that have just been so faithful and so loyal and so supportive to me during the last 5 years, and I know that it's going to continue long into the future. So let's not forget, as Charles has said, we have a journey ahead of us. Opioids don't care who you are. And those people who prescribe them legally or illegally, probably most often illegally, they need to be brought down. Not only was Prince's death untimely, way too early, but we want to know who is responsible for that. Ladies and gentlemen, you have an opportunity to get behind and support Charles and Victoria and the work that they're doing. Please, don't forget about them. I will not forget about them. Now, to all of you, let's celebrate that diminutive giant in a way that would be fitting and honor him. I would just say this, dear Lord in heaven, thank you for giving us all Prince Rogers Nelson. You have infected all of us with Prince. And it's a good virus. It's a good virus. On behalf of the community of Chanhassen, which still honors and loves all of you, come back often. Yes, Commerce loves you. We're glad to have you spend money. Bring your smiles, bring your friendship, bring your solemn remembrance of this amazing, amazing man, Prince Rogers Nelson. May he rest in peace.
Everyone, thank you so much for coming out tonight. I want to tell you, I'm not rushing you out, but here's what I want to do. If you have the Funkatopia app, go ahead and start it out. Again, we've curated an amazing playlist of music for you to listen to while you hang out here for the next 15, 20 minutes, hour, however long you're going to hang out. Please start up the Funked Up app. Everybody, Funked Up app. Everybody together, and we can all listen to the music. Listen in one. It's just amazing. Let me tell you something. Thank you guys so much for coming out, and I appreciate everything. And let's give it up for Prince one more time.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Let's hear it. Let's go.
All right, everybody, start up that app and let's get to celebrate. And when you guys are done with your candle, please make sure that you come over here and put it in this tin over here so we don't start any fires. All right, thank you, everybody.
Let's go. Oh no! I'm feeling the synergy. I can't hear. No, it's not being so cold.
Wait up! Right? I'm already slipping and sliding. Thank you.
There he is. Vegas, yeah. Frank that lives down in Frank Collier. He's up happening. Oh, Cleveland, oh man.
I gotta put this.
Thank you.
People in the house. Cassandra, where you at?
I'm all the way here from Minnesota. I'm on the range right here.
I know I've been a little MIA, but don't think you're not on my heart. I know. You know I still pay for my Patreon. I support you.
We do an event in Henderson, Minnesota. It's Christmas. We have life size statue, raised over $150,000. We have to take near the whole nice. Okay. And if you guys can make it, I would love to see you. I'm on the board. Chaz will be there.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it on one. This is the first time I've seen you in person. You know,
Yeah, man. Not watch this. We're gonna be right now. But thank you. It's beautiful, man. Thank you so much.
Sometimes it snows in April right now. Turn on that Funked Up app. Sometimes it snows in April playing right now.
If everybody plays at the same time, will it sound the same at the same time?
Perfect.
Okay, let me get my airborne. How you doing?
Wait a minute. Why you sneak up on me?
Look at you. Oh my God. You haven't met Rob yet, have you?
No.
What's up? Hey, how you doing? How are you? Hey, Rob.
Nice to meet you, Rob.
Today? Yeah. I got up at like 4 o'clock and here I am. Arizona, Phoenix. Yeah, yeah. What's that? Yeah, long enough. I don't like to fly. And it's like too long for me. Hey, Chris.
Excuse me. We put the baskets right here for the candles and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, I actually brought this. I brought the metal tin too. So.
Oh, no, this is for the bags for Victoria and Chaz.
Large.
Actually, I'm going home to join my wife. Thank you so much. Came all the way from Rochester, New York, but so I went to the Victoria today. You know, same to you. Hey, you came over some nice to see you. Good friend since 6 years old. Since the first second. Yeah. I had to make it. I had to do it. You know. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Where did I go with your
Yeah, I think he said. I think he's over there at the table. Yeah, I think he wanted me to say something like
And there's Rob. Rob.
Thank you for taking it.
Yeah, you're still alive. Still alive, huh?
I don't even know if we even